Then we're going to go to virtual after that and try to get a few. Go
Thank
ahead.
you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Blaine Amendment. Today I am speaking for myself. I can't speak to the legal arguments here. There are others who can do that much better. But I want to focus on the historical context. James Gillespie Blaine was born in 1830. He died in 1893. He was one of the most influential political figures of the late 19th century. Served as Speaker of the House. He was in the Senate. He was a Secretary of State and a presidential candidate. When he was born, there were still living veterans of the American Revolution. At the age of 26, Blaine served as a delegate to the very first Republican National Convention. I want to say that to emphasize that the late 1800s were a very different time than today. Public schools, as they were in that time, were very Protestant in character, in worldview. And I say worldview because I think using the term religion blinds us to the way in which schools today carry a very specific worldview that a lot of Idaho families find incongruous with their own personally held religious beliefs. Blaine and many others worried about the influence of other worldviews, especially Roman Catholicism, on the youth of America. He unsuccessfully tried to amend the U.S. Constitution, but he did persuade new states coming into the Union to add it to their own constitutions, hence the Blaine Amendment. As I said, however, this is a different time. We now have a wealth of school choice options at all levels. Tax dollars are moved around to support these choices. And the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that if scholarships, grants, tax credits, or any other distribution of tax dollars are made generally available to the public, the government cannot discriminate against religious institutions or people for their religious beliefs. Consider Idaho launch grants. They're available to a wide variety of programs. The government cannot say that you cannot take one of those to BYU, Idaho because it's a religious institution. In closing, I suggest that the Blaine Amendment was made for a different time, and attempting to apply it today creates confusion, contradictions, and it contravenes Supreme Court precedent. So I ask the committee to send this to the floor so that it can be sent to the people to decide if we want to remove this outdated part of our Constitution. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Any questions for Mr. Almon?